Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live show, Masters Sunday. We got a little celebration going on here. We'll get to that in a second, but first, let's roll credits.
This ain't a celebration.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. You miss your old familiar friends, but waiting just around the bend. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a look of somebody who needs you. You're lost out there and you're all alone. A light is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look.
There you have it.
There you have it.
First off, happy birthday to Tron.
Happy birthday, Tron.
Happy birthday,
It's the
Tron.
worst birthday I've ever had.
Randy had a tough day, sweating it out a little bit. Tronald, not a Reed fan.
I think Ricky applied for asylum in Randy's keister.
You were a little worried there for a little while? You were the most stressed in the Killhouse today.
I don't think so. I mean, was he ever really in it?
I mean, he shot 67. He was finished one shot back. He was a 3.5 footer away from the playoff. I think he was pretty much in it. I mean, Spieth kind of overshadowed him today.
It was kind of a backdoor second.
Refusing to acknowledge. I'm gonna get in on this cake.
Yeah, the cake is good.
Yellow, literally yellow cake.
Congrats on that's Patrick Reed's sixth PGA Tour win, one major. I think Ricky has 4 PGA Tour wins.
Yeah.
You feeling validated?
There you have it.
Well, just
Are
present
you saying that
without
golf
comment.
has a new Big Four?
Let's get into this. Look, I realize full well on the No Laying Up podcast, I'm the one person. I think it was actually my idea to say, everyone. Why doesn't everyone, for fun, just in case someone looks like an idiot, why don't you pick one player who definitely won't win?
You volunteered Patrick Reed.
I picked Patrick Reed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll blame me for that one. I think I made amends yesterday, kind of predicting he'd gut it out and get the victory, but still
You
not.
bailed on it. You
not
doubled down.
Not a great look for me
after 36
admittedly.
holes and then backed out.
But good. Probably unpopular, but good for him. I don't know. He went out and got it. He did what he had to do. It was clutch.
I think it's important for people to separate. It's totally understandable to really dislike Reed. A lot of people here in this room dislike him, but it's important to separate how amazingly good he is versus like personal feelings. And to be able to block out, first of all, it was not even a secret that people were just straight up rooting against him out there. The applause coming up 18 was almost like it was eerie how little applause there was.
Karma is dead.
For him to block all that out, perform, to hold the 36-hole lead, the 54-hole lead, and win the Masters, you have to tip your cap. Like that was incredible performance.
Totally.
Yeah, it was good. I'm happy for him. I don't think I have any issues with the guy. I think I think he's proven himself in a lot of big situations. He might be the ultimate front runner.
He's up there, man. He's
a guy that when things are going well for him, dude, he's tough to beat.
He's not the most consistent. He's far from it. But man, when he's called upon, that was. I mean, I don't know. It's one thing to do that in the Ryder Cup where everyone's cheering for you and it's a team atmosphere and the course setup is not Sunday of a major. To go out and do that was some next level stuff. I did not think that was going to happen. I thought Rory was going to catch him.
What's your main takeaway here?
I'm going to plead the 5th.
You have to. I mean, you have to have a take.
Let's go. Let's hear your take.
I don't have anything nice to say.
Okay. Well, let's move on. Pretty easy answer here, but who bucked their head today? I mean, there's only one name that pops up there. Jordan Spieth.
Spieth, right?
Yeah, I mean that was.
I've got another
incredible.
name.
Who?
Lance Barrow.
Lance Barrow kind of bucked his head.
Yeah, not in a good way.
Let's look. We cover the coverage plenty. we get one Masters Sunday a year. If I had to guess, we'll have plenty of other opportunities.
That could have been
to
the
complain about
defining
CBS.
shot. And we saw it 4 minutes after it happened. We didn't see the conversation. The
Talking about Spieth Greller.
Yeah, Spieth Greller on 13 from the Pine Straw. Greller, allegedly, I didn't see it, talked him off of another club. Spieth, they
went
talked
for
for like
hybrid.
45 seconds, and then CBS cuts to commercial. They show a montage of Rory missed putts, and then they show Ricky putting on 10.
You know what it almost seemed like
And-
was it almost seemed like they had a plan. You know, the whole like back doesn't start till the back nine on Sunday. Like that was when the leaders made the turn, and it's almost like they thought that like people were getting an alert on their phone, like, hey, by the way, the back nine started, and it's like, oh, we better do a replay for all these.
Somebody
people
on Twitter
who just
said
joined.
it was like a false flag operation from the Green
That's interesting.
Jackets to force people to Masters.com.
I mean, that's a better explanation than Spieth hit it in the pine straw, and they went to commercial knowing that this shot was pending. 238 that he was like, there's clearly a decision to be made there, and if he goes for it, every single person's going to want to see that live, and you're going to want to see the process of the decision, and they missed the boat. I mean, that's-
Like
Again.
4+ minutes.
Yeah. Okay, we got it out of the way.
That sets the tone.
Next fucking
That
topic.
sets the tone for the entire back nine.
Sure.
that's important.
But Spieth did buck his head.
Oh, my
undoubtedly. Like, can we talk about that a little bit? I mean,
Yes.
what was the reaction?
Greller
here?
bucked his head.
Spieth, that was an all-time comeback. I said it was. He probably has the worst collapse in Masters history just 2 years ago, and he almost had the greatest Masters comeback. 9 down, he made 9 birdies through 16 holes to catch Reed. Of course, made the bogey on 18, but that was an all-time charge that I don't think I've never seen a charge like that at the Masters in my lifetime.
No, it was nuts.
It'll be.
It was
Will it be
nuts.
forgotten or will it be remembered?
We'll have to get to the later in the show.
Forgotten man.
Yeah, we'll see.
He left a couple out there too.
Dude, he did. Where did
Yeah.
he miss? Where did he miss short putts?
7.
13.
13.
He had a makeable
God, that
one
putt
on
on 13
11.
looks
I don't,
so
it wasn't an
makeable.
easy one.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
What did he shoot on the back?
33.
Bogey
31,
on
33.
30, yeah, 31,
I'm glad that
33.
bogey on 18 didn't keep him out of the playoff.
Yeah,
that
agreed.
would have hurt really badly.
How about that? Like, for all that people like to say, oh, those trees on 18, they're not even in play. It's way tighter. It's not as tight
It's
as
not
it
a
looks.
shoot.
Spieth hit the trees twice in 1 week. Not
good.
Yeah.
Not good.
Might have cost him. I mean,
Not good.
I wonder if Reed plays those last few holes a little differently if he knows Spieth's at 14. We'll never know. But
Let's move into. The
Are you saying you wasn't worried about Ricky?
I do want to give a shout out to Reed for that punch to the trees on 15.
That was awesome.
That,
was
and that could have
badass.
been one of the better things that happened to him all day.
Laid up to the perfect spot.
tugging his
Yeah.
tee shot left.
having no
That's
option
true.
to go for it in 2.
That's
It
true.
wasn't a great four shot.
Listen,
though.
he was nails all weekend. I have nothing negative to say about his golf game, and I respect the hell out of him for learning how to hit a cut too. I mean,
That was
that's-
a cool storyline throughout the whole
Yeah.
week. It was like it looked like me when I always used to play a huge draw, and whenever I would try to play cut, it was just
Well, and
Way
Faldo,
over-exaggerated.
it's
and
so
Faldo
exaggerated.
still
and
hasn't
you don't get
caught
to
on.
you don't get to see that from pros very much. Which was
Faldo still hasn't caught on that when he does the helicopter thing, that means he hit like a fade or a cut.
Faldo's too busy ripping Imagine Dragons videos on YouTube during the coverage. apparently,
Guy.
that was bad. First ever time the Masters post game call has an Imagine Dragons reference.
God,
Randy,
Faldo's got to be on the take.
Not good.
I'm gonna assume he's on the take. How long until Augusta puts a statue up of Reed doing the helicopter finish, heroically coming up 18?
yeah,
Is Imagine Dragons like this generation's like Three Doors Down or like Nickelback?
I don't think they're quite on
I
that
don't
level.
think so.
It's
Probably this generation's Coldplay.
maybe a little
I
more
don't think they're
angsty.
quite on that level.
You got a bad look from Justine over there.
Studio audience here to dislike that take.
Let's go into the defining shot. We left it pretty open ended. Could be from Reed, could be from anyone else. What's the defining shot? You want me to start?
Yeah, you start. You haven't started many.
Thanks. The birdie putt on 12 was like, that was kind of the moment where it was kind of slippery downhill. Could have got away from him. You see a lot of people 3-putt there unnecessarily, and I mean, pouring that one in was like, okay, I think this might be over.
How great is the rewatch of this going to be?
Yeah,
Like,
for real.
I mean, it didn't end up affecting things. Spieth missed the putt, but the defining shot was the second shot into 13. I thought that was the most exciting part of the day, except for Spieth, maybe Spieth's birdie on 16. But that was the moment when you really started believing when he hit that shot over the creek on 13. So that's what I'll probably remember the most.
Mine was Rory missing the putt on number 2.
That was kind of a defining shot.
Like it was just like, all right, Rory didn't
Well,
come
that's
to play
not gonna
today.
happen.
Yeah.
Rory,
It was almost his shot on number 1. His tee-ball on number 1.
T-ball.
was-
Yeah, in
Jesus.
retrospect.
I thought that day was going to go very differently.
Are
for
we
Rory.
are we in the nest here?
Perpetually.
Absolutely.
Are we in the nest?
Yeah.
Rory, like, I don't know if the stats bear this out, but he's been in this position now a couple times and just has not even sniffed being in contention. Outside of Bay Hill, I mean, every time you hear all these people, oh, God, Rory's going to go low. He's going to stick it in Reed's face tomorrow. It's like, he really has not done that.
I didn't use
a
that
lot very
language.
much. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I'd stick it in. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I was bummed but not surprised, I guess.
Rory's got like a weird major history when he's in contention.
I'm gonna get back in this
at the
cake,
end.
by the way. Happy
He
birthday,
wins.
Tron.
Yeah, I should eat some cake.
He wins.
Let them eat
but
cake.
He doesn't have really close calls in majors. When he's been close, he's
Oh.
closed it out. He's won. And he's had several instances like this where he kind of fades and you kind of keep waiting for that back nine charge and it never really comes.
I think Rory might be lobbying Augusta to have Reese Jones come in and redo the golf course.
It helped that it was a little soft.
He
this
plays
weekend.
really well on
It's true.
Reese Jones.
What was your defining shot, Randy?
I had the missed putt on 2, but in conjunction with Reed then making birdie from the fringe on 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big swing there.
I think that Reed and Rory didn't tie any of the first 7 holes or something like that. They just kept going back and forth. Rory caught him, and then Reed got it right back. But man, Rory transitioned to the next topic.
I mean, yeah. Is there any other candidates for the Forgotten Man? Rory is the Forgotten Man.
What did he shoot today?
2 over. 74.
You know who actually? I mean, we kind of mentioned this, but limited commercial interruptions might be the Forgotten Man also. That
Joe
seems
Ford.
to be
R.I.P.
way out the window.
That was I don't remember.
Although they were
Masters.
good, kind of at the last maybe hour and a half, seemed really good. But
Tell you who else might be the forgotten man? Cam Smith. Shot 66 today.
All week.
We saw him.
All week.
we saw
We
like
saw
2
him
of
hit
those.
2 putts.
That was good. Seemed like he shot a lot less than that. if you
Where's he
ask
from,
me.
though?
Hold on.
We know where he's
1,
from.
2, 3, 4,
Same town as
5.
Ian Baker
Yeah.
Finch.
Shot 30 on the back 9.
Who else? I want to hear your candidates for the Forgotten Man in the comments here. If you guys have any others. JT, that's actually a good one. JT's kind of the
JT.
Forgotten Man.
What
They didn't show any of
JT
Lee-
was kind of a non-competing marker today.
Yeah. They didn't show any of Leishman's shots, did they?
Leash was
Yeah,
5
I didn't
under
see
on the
one.
last 7.
He was pretty out of it though by then.
That's true.
I mean,
He finished top 10 though, right?
I think ninth. I think.
Strong showing.
Yeah, 9th.
I want to say Cam Smith ran the Matt Fitzpatrick playbook to
He did.
perfection.
Yeah. I like that.
So can we talk about Charlie Hoffman
Sure.
having the audacity to get a hole in one in front of Finau?
That was classless
After
to make
what happened
Finau
earlier
go through
this
that
week.
hole in one celebration again.
Disgusting. And then Finau, Nike obviously didn't make him wear the purple or whatever that was shirt today.
Did you guys expect Reed to kind of flex back on the whole no wearing red on Sunday thing?
I'm disappointed he didn't change at the turn. I
Yeah,
really thought he
me
would.
too.
I mean, so why does Finau not have to wear it? Obviously, we understand why Tiger didn't have to wear it. But one, why would they make everyone wear the same color shirt? 2, why
Yeah,
was
it's not
Finau the only one that didn't have to do it?
Why does Nike do a lot of the things?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Maybe the guys that went off earlier had a different color shirt. I think KFS actually had a different color shirt on too. But man, they didn't pick out a color shirt that goes very well with a green jacket.
That's true. Let's go.
Or with anything.
That's going to be a menagerie of color. You got the azalea shirt and the green jacket and the Justine Reed outfit with the
She was
wild
yeah.
She bucked her head.
She had loudmouth pants on. I
Lots of
think
floral.
Not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lily Pulitzer loud
Floral.
Yeah,
collection.
exactly.
Fauna.
Well,
yeah.
biggest surprise.
Fun
Someone said
fun
biggest
animals,
surprise:
right?
Charlie Hoffman making an ace from the wrong side of the hole on 16. I don't think I've seen that before.
That's true. I haven't
That was
seen
pretty
that.
wild.
Mine was Spieth, I think. I mean, I think
Yeah.
he was the forgotten man for me
That's very
yesterday.
optimistic.
And I mean, you can't I don't know. You always wish for the crazy run, the 64 coming from somebody from behind the pack, and it never happens. Like it doesn't. You kind of expect it to happen, but deep down you don't expect it to.
Yeah.
So
I think Rory just not being a factor, but we've kind of
Yeah,
we've kind of
we
gone
touched
over
on
that.
that, huh?
Yeah, that was my biggest surprise.
Can you share?
And Tron scrolling through the leaderboard. I didn't know Molinari was in the tournament. He tied for 20th, so that's maybe my
It might be the
Well,
forgotten.
last
forgotten,
second.
Sure
forgotten
how he
man.
gets into
yeah
major.
last second biggest surprise.
Hao Tong Lee, 72 today. Christmas
is on.
Is on.
still scheduled.
Christmas is still scheduled.
Butler Cabin. I know we're all pretty big fans of the whole Butler Cabin situation. You got this great moment from a couple years ago, Billy Payne and Bubba and
We
Charles
actually
Schwartzel. I
we
mean, this is-
delayed this just to in case something like this
I
happened.
mean,
We didn't get
the
any
whole
good
thing.
moments.
Just very much sums up the Masters and kind of pointless.
This was the
traditions,
Riddler's
but
first year.
What did we think of? I'm actually. This is kind of nice. I'm joined by what would be, I guess, the defending champion Chris Solomon, of course, this year's tournament champion Tron Carter, and our low amateur Big Randy. Congratulations! Great to have you here.
Randall
this week.
Stevens.
Thank you.
Talk to us
Randall
about your
Chambly.
college career and how big of a moment this was for you.
Yeah, it was great. Happy to be here. Just such a fantastic experience. You know,
Did you stay in the crow's nest?
yeah. great nights. You just dream of this
Crow's nest.
this opportunity, this setting, since I was a kid, and so just to be out here this week, man, dream come true.
It's cool, man.
Yeah.
Tron Carter, obviously our winner. Clearly, I would say probably the greatest thing that's ever happened in the history of humanity, what you did out there on the golf course today. Congratulations.
I'm the winner this year?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Cool.
No, not much to talk about from Butler Cabin. Pretty straightforward.
I was kind of
Fred
blunt.
Riddler was asking questions. though.
Riddler kind of bucked his head a little bit.
He was
yeah.
on Nance's block.
Yeah, he was.
Happy birthday to Tron.
Happy birthday, Tron. Let's move into the patron of the day.
We had some arguments going on.
Yeah, we
here
had
today.
two really good candidates and two
We
good
might have a split patron.
two
today.
good fan submissions. I want to hear your guys' vote. We had on the left here, you got the Burberry guy with the Burberry vest,
It's my vote.
and on the right, you have this guy with the extremely bright, what looks like a shirt with like Masters badges on it, and a kind of. I know we've been very kind of biased towards the wide brim hats so far this week.
I thought that was Justine Reed.
That's kind of what her pants looked like.
I'm going with my guy on the right here. He got out there early. That means something. That
well,
means.
and if you look closely, actually, the guy on the right is also in the photo with the Burberry guy on the left.
that guy stood there all day.
Which is actually really cool. I
Burberry
think,
guy
so.
paid somebody to get that view. He slid in front of somebody.
Yeah,
So
I'm with the.
what's the consensus here?
I say guy on the right. I
What
say
do you guys think
bright
in the
shirt
comments?
Guy.
Burberry.
I say bright shirt.
bright
Yeah.
shirt guy.
Yeah.
Deej, tiebreaker.
I said bright shirt.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
3-1.
Can we
3
give
to
an
1.
honorable mention to, was it the
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 volunteer.
Marshall who had to kind of jump out of the way of
She
that
like-
ball was really good.
She like matrix the ball.
Yeah.
That was impressive on number 8. I think that was. Yeah.
Let's move into our last topic. We're gonna have a podcast where I think we're gonna crush this cake and then do a podcast after this for tomorrow. But let's kind of wrap it up. What's your lasting memory of the week? Big week. I mean, you always kind of. I almost like made this sentence sound like we worked really hard, but it's really just sitting around watching golf. But you watched, like 32 hours of golf over the last 4 days. There's a lot to really kind of sink in. I think the Imagine Dragons thing is going to stick with me. I think Bubba putting into the bunker is going to stick with me. I think the Reed birdie on 12 is going to stick with me. Tiger and Phil, I mean, nothing too much. And the Spieth stuff. I don't know what else.
What's like the best sports comparison for Reed and Rory? Like Reed having Rory's number in 2 extremely significant final days, yet Rory clearly being like the more world-class player.
I don't know.
Is there one?
I'm
Is
sure
it
there
like
Yeah.
Eli Manning having the Patriots?
Ooh,
I like
that's a
that.
good one.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
I like that.
That's what sticks with me, man. It felt like this. I said this before, and I said this last night.
The
like-
Rich Lerner tweet is another thing that'll
Yeah,
stick with
that's-
me.
yeah,
Shout out
that's
to
a good
Pooch
one.
Daddy.
Apologies for forgetting
Yeah.
that, but I thought
Solly regrets the error.
Yeah, I thought that Hazeltine and Augusta were two very different scenes, and that Rory would prevail today. I thought he would buck his head much better than he did, and I thought, especially with the way it started, I thought he was going to run him down and just kind of run past him like the freeze, but it never happened. So that's what's
The freeze might be the
freeze
sports
is-
comparison.
yeah, that might be it.
Just ran past him.
Go ahead.
Be sweating out Ricky. That's your lasting memory.
Yeah, a little bit. Good week for him. Props to him. Reed,
Sounded real sincere.
Reed's got a lot of important wins, and
Yeah.
that's
What's he won? Can we
That's
rattle
not
Go through
nothing.
'em. Masters, Doral.
Doral.
No, I even mean
Others,
in the Ryder
sure.
Cup setting,
Yeah.
the 2 national championships at Augusta State.
He's an Augusta native.
He's an Augusta native. No, I just
What else
think
has he won?
Can we just point out
Valspar?
for all the grief I got from
No, not
Norm,
Valspar. Wyndham?
he won the
He won
Barclays,
Won the Barclays.
and HSBC, I think.
Yeah. I don't know.
The
First
only
time
other
hearing
thing
of
I
that.
had, the only other
Northern
thing I
Trust,
had,
whenever,
Yeah.
that one.
Spieth's legit. Like,
Oh, yeah.
of all the, I mean, yeah, I know I'm not breaking news, but he is, dude. Of all those guys, kind of 27 and younger, give me Spieth. He's a hunter.
I agree.
Greller too.
Yes.
And Greller. What was yours, Tron?
My lasting memory, and this kind of maybe dovetails just with, I would have won a lot of money if Leishman would have won. But I think when the course gets wet, it's a lot less exciting to watch, in my opinion. Like the course gets wet, and like Thursday and Friday were awesome, and then I felt like things just kind of, I don't know. Like there's a limited number of variables out there.
Yeah.
Once it gets a little bit wet and soggy, and it's more target golf, and I feel like down the stretch, if it would have been firm and fast, that like all the possibilities are in place especially on 17 and 18, because there's really. Yeah, bogey's in play, but there's not really big numbers in play.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree with
even
that.
even on 15, like if somebody airmails the green and goes too
Reed's
far
ball
long,
going a little long today could have Thursday,
right.
Friday.
Exactly.
That
And
could
also on
have gone off.
13, it hung
Yeah.
up.
just kind of minimizes the
Wow,
errors.
yeah, I forgot
and
about that.
everything. So
That's
Those
a big
dividing
one.
lines aren't really there.
Exactly.
It's
Reed's ball
exciting.
hanging up on
The
13
birdies
is
are
yeah,
just
the
underrated
margin for
moment.
Still
error
made
is
par, which-
a lot
Sorry,
wider.
we've got two side conversations going on there.
They could follow. It's
cool, man.
What do you think? You guys got anything else? Wrap it up there,
I wanted to say,
please.
for all of the shit I've gotten for the Noren thing, the comp you kept making was to Reed.
It's true. I haven't seen
Like you
Reed
said.
get 2 runners up this year though.
Because he just won the Masters. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
That's all I'm saying. But that was fun. That was one of the more fun Masters. I
Noren
can
also
remember
didn't
now.
proclaim himself a top 5 player in the world.
It's true.
Doesn't believe in himself.
That's true.
If you can't be an advocate for yourself, how am I supposed to be an advocate for you?
Guys, I want to thank you for opening your hearts and your doors to me.
Welcome to the
Anytime.
Killhouse.
In
Yeah,
your
it was fun.
homes.
Yeah, in
This
your
is your
homes.
viewers at home there. Thank you.
It was awesome. It was a really fun week.
Randall Chambly, everybody.
Come out firing with that tweet this afternoon that you signed off on. Be sure to check that out
Yeah,
at Big
yeah.
Randy NLU. I'm not going to
It brings the fire. All right, let's cut it there. Check out for the podcast tomorrow. And anything else? Probably other stuff coming up. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. We
Be in
might take a
touch.
day off or
We'll be in
two.
touch.
Yeah, we'll be in touch. We'll let you know. All right, thanks guys for tuning in all week. And
Yeah.
There's a
everything.
major this week, Heritage.
There we go.
Crack on.
Crack on, cheers.
Are we out this piece?